You know the email I'm talking about. It arrives around 10:47 in the morning from a colleague who has mastered the art of the polite knife. Every word is technically professional. Every sentence has plausible deniability. But you feel the dig underneath, the little jab dressed up in workplace language. And something in your chest tightens. Your jaw sets, and before you've even finished reading it, you're already composing the response. Not the response you'll send. The response you'll never send. The one where you finally, decisively, surgically dismantle them, where they read your reply and realize, with quiet horror, exactly what they did. Here's what I want to talk about today, and it's going to sound almost backwards at first. Whatever we hand to other people, judgment, contempt, warmth, patience, the silent treatment, the benefit of the doubt, we are simultaneously handing to ourselves. Not metaphorically. Not as karma, as a present tense fact about how our own minds work. Most of us walk around assuming our internal verdicts about other people are private transactions, a closed loop that only affects them. But that's not what's actually happening. Our inner attitude towards someone else shapes our own mental state more than almost anything else in our day. And once you see this clearly, one of the largest hidden sources of personal suffering quietly starts to dissolve. Let's go back to that email. It's now 1:30 in the afternoon. You've technically been working, but really you've been in court. You've been the prosecutor, the judge, and the jury. You've delivered 3 different opening statements in your head. You've imagined their face when they read your reply. You've drafted, redrafted, deleted, restarted. Meanwhile, your shoulders are up around your ears. Your jaw is sore. You haven't actually eaten lunch. You ate something while staring at your screen, but you couldn't tell anyone what it was. You snapped at someone who asked you a perfectly reasonable question. You feel slightly nauseous and don't know why. And here is the part that, when you actually notice it, is almost funny in a tragic way. The colleague who sent the email. They went home. They picked up their kid. They forgot they sent it. They are, right now, deciding what to order for dinner. They are completely unaffected by the trial you've been running all afternoon. The judgment didn't touch them. It lived entirely inside you. You spent 3 hours in a room with someone who wasn't there, breathing air that you were poisoning yourself. Here's an image that might help. Imagine you're standing in a dark room, and you're holding a lit torch. The torch is yours. You can do whatever you want with it. When you extend that torch towards someone else, to light their path, to help them see where they're going, something quietly remarkable happens. Your own path also gets brighter. The whole room gets warmer. You didn't lose any flame. You just shared it. But here's the part we miss. When someone irritates us, hurts us, sends us the passive-aggressive email, our instinct is to pull the torch back, to withhold the warmth, to keep it from them. They don't deserve it. They haven't earned it. They were the one who started it. And the thing is, that withholding feels like power. It feels like we're keeping something from them. But look at the room. The room around us just got darker. The corner where we're standing, our corner, just got colder. We were never only deciding whether they got light. We were always deciding what kind of room we were going to live in. Every single time. This is the moment where something shifts, if we let it. Because most of us have been operating under the assumption that forgiveness is something we generously hand to someone who doesn't deserve it. Like charity, like with a morally superior person, condescending to give the other person a break they didn't earn. But notice what that frame does. It keeps us in the courtroom. It keeps the scoreboard running. It says, I am keeping track of what you owe me, and if I'm feeling generous, I might choose not to collect. What if forgiveness was never about them at all? What if it was never charity, never moral superiority, never a gift bestowed on someone unworthy? What if it was just, straightforwardly, practically, the moment you put the torch down and let the room get warm again? For you. Because you're the one standing in it. The withering email response you spent 3 hours writing in your head was never going to reach them. But it was reaching you. Every word of it. You were the only audience. You were the only person being slowly worn down by the verdict you couldn't stop delivering. The scoreboard was never tracking them. It was only ever tracking you. So what does this actually look like? Not in theory. On a Tuesday afternoon, when your coworker does the thing again, when your partner uses that tone, when someone cuts you off in traffic and you feel the familiar surge of righteous anger. It doesn't look like pretending you weren't bothered. It doesn't look like fake serenity or spiritual bypass. It doesn't even necessarily look like you liking the person more. It looks like noticing, maybe 10 minutes later, that you've been carrying something. That your jaw is tight. That you're rehearsing a conversation that's never going to happen, and quietly asking yourself, is this actually doing anything to them? Or am I just standing in my own dark room, refusing to put the torch down? It looks like recognizing that the warmth you're withholding isn't punishing them, it's just making your own Tuesday harder. And then, without any grand gesture, without forgiving them out loud, without needing them to apologize, just letting the torch drop, letting the room warm up again. Not because they earned it, because you live here. Here's where the relief comes in, and it's a strange kind of relief. Because it's not the relief of finally winning the argument. It's the relief of realizing you don't have to win it. For years, maybe decades, we've been waiting for the other person to change so we can finally feel okay. Waiting for the apology. Waiting for the acknowledgement. Waiting for them to see what they did. And the whole time, we've been the one locked in the room, waiting for them to come open the door from the outside. The door was on our side the whole time. Not because what they did was okay. Not because we're letting them off the hook. But because the hook was never holding them, it was holding us. They walked away from that email at 5 p.m. We've been carrying it for 3 hours, 3 days, 3 years. What we give, we are giving to ourselves. The warmth we extend, we feel. The contempt we hold, we sit in. The judgment we deliver, we hear first, longest, and loudest. This isn't a moral teaching. It's just a description of how the inside of your head actually works. And when that lands, even a little, the exhausting habit of keeping score quietly starts to lose its grip. Not because you forced yourself to be a better person, but because you finally saw what the scoreboard was actually measuring. If you're finding value here, you're welcome to like the video and subscribe. And now, Let's shift into a quiet guided meditation together. Let's take a few minutes to let this settle, not in your head, but somewhere quieter. Find a comfortable position. Let your shoulders drop. You don't have to sit up straight. You don't have to perform stillness. Just let your body be where it is. Notice your breath, not changing it. Just noticing that it's already happening, without your help. Now, gently, bring to mind someone you've been quietly carrying. Not the worst person. Not the deepest wound. Just someone who's been taking up a little space in the back of your mind. The coworker. The family member. The driver who cut you off last week. Notice what happens in your body when you think of them. Maybe a small tightness. A faint heaviness somewhere in the chest or the jaw. That sensation is not them. They are not here. That sensation is yours. You have been carrying it. Imagine, just for a moment, the torch in your hand. Notice how tightly you've been holding it back. How carefully you've been making sure they don't get any of its warmth. And notice how dark your own corner has become. You don't have to forgive anything right now. You don't have to like them. You don't have to decide anything. Just loosen your grip a little. Let the flame breathe. Feel the room around you get slightly warmer. Notice it on your own skin first. The warmth was always for you. Rest here. Nothing to fix. Nothing to resolve. Just a quieter room. And a breath that's a little easier than it was a minute ago. Whatever you give, you receive. Right now, in this moment, you are giving yourself a little space, a little warmth, a little permission to stop carrying what was never yours to carry. Stay here as long as you'd like, and when you're ready, let your eyes slowly open. Let the room come back. Bring this quiet with you. Thank you for practicing with us today. If you'd like, there's a link to a free digital copy of ACIM in the description. And if this video resonated with you, please comment. I am grateful. Thank you for spending this time here. If something landed today, even a small thing, that's enough. You don't need to do anything with it yet. Just notice. The next time the email arrives, the next time the tone hits, that the torch is in your hand. And be gentle with yourself in the noticing. We're all learning this one. I'll see you soon.